Hi, welcome back to Shop Titans again. I'm just gonna happy to share your climb from the bottom to fourth place in the contributor. This event is just couldn't stop. Um, what's happening is that I've been using a lot of those resources, as I mentioned in my previous video. Resources you got from all those tokens. Tokens, of course, you can collect it daily basis, which is from helping your guild members in expediting those furniture expansion or stuff like that, or cleaning their shop, right? Those common things. But one way to increase the tokens I mentioned is really to invest in the town. Okay, so do invest in the town. Look for one that actually you have invested the least in, so you can reap the highest number of tokens. All right, so if you want to listen more about that, you're going to watch my previous video. I don't repeat the same thing in this video. Okay, so this is, if you are just new to this video, first time looking at this King Caprice event. This event is into crafting and crafting and crafting. That's about it. Alright, so crafting, you need resources, so bring out all the resource bins. You need resources for run low, you need tokens, so get all the tokens to fill it up to the brim. Only when you couldn't fill anymore, then I think you can give your fingers to the rest. Alright, so for now, couldn't stop crafting. You can see me trying my best to craft a lot of items, and because I'm running low on resources, I eventually resort to crafting those T1s, which really, although I do understand it's important to craft quality highest tier item, but given the fact that there's certain limitations in terms of resources and you don't want to stop playing, that's the only way. Craft T1. So my T1 only required one resource, and I can craft them really fast. Along the way, you get many funny things like legendary lower tier items that doesn't really bother. You can sell probably for 2 gems and you get back 1 after tax. So be it, just for the fun of it, just keep on crafting. I always thought that my inventory trunk are large enough, but I believe at this stage we are going, I will urge you not to reduce your inventory trunk, because imagine every single moment you are crafting something, and especially if you're crafting a lot of those T1. Look at me, I'll be crafting those T1 helmets, and most of the time they are twin, they come in pairs. This would definitely eat up all the space, and there's no way you can sell those items fast. Because there are a lot of items with high quality you want to push out to the market, so you couldn't sell those items fast. The only thing you're going to give up is don't make huge profits from this low tiered superior quality and above items. Just sell them cheap, dirt cheap in the market to get rid of them. Otherwise, there's no way you can get rid of them. And the king will arrive. So when the king arrives, do not click on him immediately. Go through your inventory list. Make sure all the superior quality items and above are all locked up before you engage the king. Alright, so because of the high number of crafting, the superior quality and above items would appear from all over the place, from all different types of crafts. So there's no way you could sell them fast enough in the market before the king arrives. Even if you could, the next moment you're crafting, you look at me, every single one is a superior quality. So you gotta keep on basically just lock them up, alright? Put it this way, just lock them, every single one of them up, as long as it's superior and above. Of course you don't lock the one that will sell to the king, alright? So don't be overwhelmed with this crafting event. It's really full of excitement, I must say. Look at the pace that I'm crafting, looking at the number of things I got to craft, and I guess deplete all my resources. You can take a look, all the resources are going down below 10, but I couldn't stop in crafting because we just got to craft, right? So this is where I am right now, bottom at a bit below of the list in terms of contributor. But as you can see in the thumbnail, I managed to climb all the way to the top few. So this is the effort of continuous crafting. I do wish that I'll be overtaken really soon. That means my guild members are working. Otherwise, it's another disappointment. This is a teamwork. You can't do it alone. So I'm quite happy that I didn't switch to another team. Previously I was hunting for a good guild, but I couldn't find one, because I think if I have found one, then probably I may join a smaller team and the progress may be slower. So probably I'll put that aside first, and we'll see how we fare in this new events, and hopefully if I manage eventually to find a better guild, of course I'll then move on. So you can see a lot of things need to be crafted because of the time constraint. There's a time limit, so I'll be just focusing on helmets and helmets and helmets. That's the way to do it. And my another point to take note is really the limit of the energy. So I got to take note of that as well. So you can see me, wow. I just couldn't believe my eyes. All those hero flawless and even legendary items are popping up non-stop. All because they are lower tiered. They are not worth much. But nonetheless, it's fun. I mean, the feeling of crafting something really high quality gives you you see another one gives you the happy feeling, right? So although I know it doesn't really worth much, but it's just fun, right? It's just fun crafting, having legendary items. It's like you strike the slot, striking the jackpot. It gives you some kind of fun. So this is, I think, the same kind of feeling. Looking at the number of helmets I have, 107 is crazy. I could have thrown that out soon in the market. Otherwise, it would be flooded with helmets, and I couldn't do anything about that. So, yeah. So that's the part of this event. You know that there's this another event about the customer frenzy. That's exactly opposite of this, where they drain you out of inventory from your store. This one fills your store to the brim. So probably the designer is using that context and do the opposite. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's a bipolar for the 3 different events: Tower of Titans, Lost of City of Gold, and this. So you can see here, the king has arrived. So be sure to lock out items before you engage him. As I mentioned earlier, go and lock out every single thing. Alright. So back to comparison between the 3 main events. As I mentioned, this is the most engaging one, which you can't do without continuous crafting. Tower of Titans is the one that you can actually just sleep after you couldn't climb anymore. As for the Lost City of Gold is in between, because there's a bit of rest time where the heroes go for work, come back for sleep before they wake up. So alright, great. So we managed to get a reward. Wow, okay, so that brings us some gems. Great. Really happy with that progress itself. So indeed, I affirm that indeed the items that is being crafted of highest quality, and I believe highest tier, has a good contribution factor. And that additional rewards of selling high quality items that feeds into that Caprice event give extra rewards through gems, which I think is fantastic. So far I've been really enjoying crafting. I mean, all along, Shop Titans is about crafting, but eventually we venture into speculation in the market, buy low, sell high, and we even go into converter, cash and gem converter mode, which we try to convert cash to gem, gem back to cash, and we even goes beyond to spotting the weak spot, which is the passive income from the king, right? Make some passive income every single day, so we visit, charge 5 times the highest and whatnot. And we also go into, besides crafting, which is to hunt for a good deal in the market, which we buy legendary items, epic items and whatnot, to make comparison, and then we resell it higher. So crafting a game itself has manifest into so many creative ways of finding best profitable way to get gems and money. So this game is, I would say, actually has a great potential, because it's up to your own creativity or how you want to do things. So So far we have been using discounting to generate energy to expedite crafting, which used for this event perfectly. Alright, so that's one way. Then small talks for sure is another way. Alright, so of course along the way you may buy certain things that they offer to you at a higher price. Again, that gives you energy. So generating energy are through these various modes. So in this event, just a few points: energy, discount and small talks and whatnot. Then resource bins, have lots of it. Display shelf, probably, and balance, I must say, so they can have sufficient energy level. And of course, tokens, better get lots of them so they can so-called bring your resources back to life in the resource bins. And I think one more thing is the trunks. Make sure you have sufficient trunks to store your inventory. Mine is running to the brim already. And manage the market. Go to the market, sell away those precious items is one way, but eventually I think I will change it to selling all the plain items, which is whites, because they are just taking too much space. So these are the few things I reckoned from this event. So I hope I shared with you, and if you get anything else besides what I've mentioned, do share with me. Alright, so I climbed to the top already. I'm really happy with that, and I'll go on enjoying this event to the fullest. I hope you too. And this really brings me back to the joy of crafting in Shop Titans. Alright, thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe and share. That's the channel for it. Goodbye.